Hello, everyone. This is your girl, Alicia Marie. You are now watching PNN, Polished News Network. My voice is super raggedy, but that's okay, whatever. It's the best it sounded all day. So you guys, make sure you tag and share. I have a few things I wanted to address. I was not going to come on here tonight because I am sleepy. I'm tired and I'm exhausted. But I had a response to the whole bonnet stuff that I said. So we're going to talk about it, and we're going to talk about a couple of other things. And yeah, so go ahead, tag and share. I'll be right back.
You are now watching PNN, Polished News Network.
You are now watching PNN, Polished News Network.
Hey, yo! You are now watching PNN, Polished News Network. You dig?
Do you want to be polished?
You are now watching PNN, the Polished News Network.
You are now watching PNN, Polished News Network.
Do you need to be polished?
You are now watching PNN, Polished News Network.
You just gotta be polished.
PNN!
You are now watching PNN, Polished News Network.
You are now watching PNN, Polished News Network.
You are now watching PNN, Polished News Network.
Polished News Network.
Polished News Network.
PNN.
PNN.
PPN.
PPN.
PNN?
Polished News Network. Look at the Jordans. Look at the gun. This is all cap.
Yeah. Okay.
3 out of 5 grandmothers approve.
Hello, everyone. Just in case you missed the intro before, I am your girl, Alicia Marie of Polished News Network, PNN, where it's all about entrepreneurs, all about business owners. For the last couple of shows, last Friday, the Friday before that, we talked about bonnets and how that is a hot topic and how it relates to your business. Hey Jay, see Joe is on here. How it relates to your business, and so yeah, I kind of went on a rant, not kind of, but I did. I went on 2 rants about it. If you missed it, just talking about Black women, and how we go outside with hair bonnets on. Miss Monique mentioned it about going to the airports. I played a clip of Vivica Fox and Lisa Ray discussing it on their show about women wearing bonnets outside of the home, because bonnets, for those of you who don't know, bonnets are to sleep in. And so, I went on a rant about it, and I told anybody that if they disagreed, they can come into the comment section. We can discuss it, because we're talking about this not only as you going out in public as a mother, as a wife, just as a Black woman, period, with hair bonnets on, but we're talking about you representing your business as well, dressed like that. So I wanted to address that, and in lieu of Juneteenth, I wanted to talk about, are the chains really broken? Are they really broken? We are all prepared and ready to celebrate this weekend, but are we really free? Some of us aren't mentally free. Some of us aren't physically free. We hold each other back in a way that is quite annoying. The competitive, we're going to talk about the competitiveness on social media. We're going to talk about generational wealth, broken homes and families. We're going to talk about the bonnets. I'm going to start there. We're going to talk about the from PP loans to food stamps, and how we're the talk of everything. So that is the topic tonight. And guys, feel free to leave comments in the comment section. I will put them on the screen. If you disagree or if you agree, we will talk about it tonight. We're going to do that. And so you guys go ahead and tag everybody. And so we're not, we can agree to disagree, but I do want to hear all sides of this from everybody about pretty much our people. Hey, Candy, how you doing? And so, yeah, I wanted to also, I meant to do this last Friday before I go in. I wanted you guys to, every week I'm wearing, either I'm going to wear a necklace from Intimate Treasures by Jay Henderson. She is on here. Or I'm going to wear some of this Paparazzi Couture by Yuso Unique Blings and Things. So I do want to make sure that I'm doing my part in representing our Black entrepreneurs and our Black business owners. It doesn't take much to support each other. First, it starts in your heart. Let's start there. First, it starts in your heart. You have to, in your heart, not have anything against anybody. We don't have time for that at all. We should support each other regardless. We should help each other. Constructive criticism, whatever I know, I'm going to tell you, and vice versa. We should be a better, tight-knit community. And so just in case you missed the reason for this show, that is the reason for the show, to build a community of people who actually love and support each other's businesses, and that we push each other, forward instead of pulling each other back. So regardless of how anybody feels, and please let me know in the comments, these bonnets are holding us back, period. It's holding us back. And I'm getting criticized for mentioning that, which is fine. It's from women and it's from men. So let's address that. So it's a difference between experience and reading up on something. Let me explain. So I can read books on space, astrology, about the planets. So, but does that make me more qualified than an astronaut who's actually been to space? They studied it and went there and have been to space. What do I look like arguing with someone who's actually went to space? Oh no, you wrong, because I read such and such and such. And they're like, ma'am, I was there. I was in space. Talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. And some of us, that's all we do is talk. Talk. No action, no nothing. We just sit on the sidelines and we observe everybody and criticize and cut down each other till there's nothing left. So if I'm wrong about this whole bonnet situation, please let me know. Maybe there's a side of it that I'm not seeing. I don't want to do business with anybody that's outside in public with a hair bonnet on. I don't care how much money you have in your bank account and how much money you make and how many clients you have. This is one client you won't have. What happened to self-pride? What happened to us taking pride in ourselves and who we are? And so that's like, I am raising 2 daughters, right? Me and my husband raising 2 daughters. So what happens if I'm away with mama and I leave, and both of those, let's get down to the nitty gritty with this, and both of those girls start their period. Joe can read every YouTube video, he can watch every YouTube video, read every book, but Joe really can't help them with their period. He could try, but I'm a woman. I experience periods. And I know I'm not saying it correctly, you know, the political correct way. That's fine, whatever. I already told y'all I was tired, but I had to get on here and address this. So you getting me raw, uncut, filtered. I barely got any makeup on my face. You hear me? So what I'm saying is I can teach them more as a woman because they're women on what their menstrual cycle, is that better? Their menstrual cycle and the moodiness and the bloatedness and the pains and where the pains will be and what things that they can eat and drink that'll help these cramps. What type of pads to get. There's hundreds of pads out there, different brands, different styles. It's like you have to, you know, I wear a certain one, but that doesn't mean what I wear works for them. But because of my experience in it, I know that. So there should not be any men saying, oh, it's okay for a woman to wear a bonnet in public, and you don't date black women, and you don't have a black wife, and you don't have any black daughters. That changes the whole scenario. When it's one of your kids out there with the bonnets on and with the bonnets on and the pajamas, it makes a big difference when it's your child, when it's your sister, when it's your mother. That makes a completely big difference. So it's easy. Why do we do that as a culture? We look on the outside and have so much to say about what's going on the inside. When did that start being okay? Sir, I want to know. The men that have so much to say about it's okay for a woman to wear a hair bonnet. It's part of our culture. No, it's not. I don't want to be recognized as a black woman out there in the streets with a hair bonnet on my head and all other race and culture looking at you sideways, looking at you crazy. Your kids is embarrassed because they're taught in school what to wear. There's an attire for everywhere you go. Everywhere you go, there's a uniform. There are certain restaurants that won't even allow you to come in if you don't have on the proper attire. There's certain corner stores, a corner store that won't eat no shirt, no shoes, no what? No service. So why is it okay amongst our community? Why is that okay? It's not okay. You want people to take you seriously. I want people to take me seriously. And most of us on here right now that I'm looking at through the comments, most of us on here are business owners. And we want to be taken seriously. And we are a community of business owners. You can talk about what you read. You can read 1,000 books. You can read 1,000 books. And there's nothing wrong with reading books because I read also. But when you add that experience with that, that's a whole different ball game. Think about it. Doctors, for example. Doctors have a uniform. Correct? They have a uniform. They can't come in there with flip-flops on or you know, unless it's jeans day or whatever, you know, at the job or whatever. But they have a certain uniform that protects them from fluids flying around, from you know, the mask and the gloves when they go into surgery. They have certain things that they're supposed to wear that protects them from anything of that sort. So what I'm saying is, if they have a uniform, the police officer has a uniform, and I got a clip for y'all. I'm gonna play that in just a second. I have a clip that's gonna break this down. It's funny. It's funny. But it's a good point. It's a good point. Because even the doctor, let's go back to the doctor. Even the doctor goes to school for all those years. Guess what they do after school? After they finish the learning part and the book part of school, they send them out to go do what? The actual job, to get what? Experience. So not only do they know all about the human body, they've read it, they know all about math, and chemistry and what chemicals can go with each other. They break all that stuff down to them. The needles, the syringes, what vaccine is for what drug treats what illness. They break all that down. They break the words down, the root word and the suffix, and how those are two words that you combine together to make a drug. They break all that stuff down. I've seen the books, all the science, all the medical science, all the drugs, all of that stuff. They break that down, and then they send them to a clinical setting to actually physically do the job. And I bet you they don't have on their hair bonnets. What if the police officer showed up to your house or showed up to your neighbor's house? You hear gunshots outside and you call the police, and the police officer shows up in a hair bonnet and some house shoes and a house robe, talking about, oh, we're coming in here to fix the problem. No, you not. No, you not. I know you on call, but you're not going to show up my house finna fix no problem. What if the firefighter showed up at your house with a hair bonnet on and some house shoes, talking about, oh, I'm just here to put the fire out, baby. No, you not. You gonna catch on fire. They gonna go in their house. They have gear on that keeps them from getting burnt up. Even your job requires you to have on a uniform. So you what? Look like the company. You represent the company well. So check this out. So Black women, when you go outside and you got on your hair bonnet and your house shoes and your robe, I may not know you, but what you're doing is you're representing the culture, and you're not doing it well. So now what you're doing is you're creating more problems for the rest of us Black women and our businesses. While there are people of other cultures that will prefer not to do business with Black people. Why? Y'all can say, oh, racism, systematic racism, and blah, blah, blah. Why would they take us seriously if 80% of us is walking outside in sleep clothes? Answer that for me, somebody. Please, answer that for me. When you go on an interview, you're not going to wear no bonnet. And if you do, you crazy, little girl. You crazy and you foolish. When you going to go on a date with a hair bonnet on? No, you're going to have your best silky flow. You're going to have your best on. You're not going to go looking like that, and you know it. So let's cut the crap. When you go to the club, you're not going to look like that. All y'all women that go out and leave your kids at home, you wear your hair bonnet. If you picked up Lil Willie from school that same Friday in a hair bonnet and robes, go ahead and go to the club in that same robe and hair bonnet. You dress better for niggas than you do for your kids and in the school. That's why the school treats your kids so bad, because you walking around here with hair bonnets on and have a bad attitude. Nobody wants to deal with that. So let me play y'all this clip, because we're still talking about businesses. Are the chains really broken? We're still talking about businesses, because these very people are running businesses. And when we run our businesses, let's do it. Let's be legit with our businesses. Let's get all the certifications, all the certificates that we need, all the licenses. Let's get all that in order. If you have to do it week by week, you can't go around here saying you a notary and you don't even got the paperwork. And just like Dr. Latoya Smith, she's hiring therapists. It's a lot of people out here that think that they're therapists, and you have no type of schooling and no experience. You just talking to your little cousin Tron about, oh yeah, you know that you should do this and you should do that. That's not a legit business. Let's get legit. Let's. My mom used to always say, "I demand respect," and so I put a B clause to that. I demand respect because I show you that you should respect me as a business owner, as a Black woman, as a person. We have to hold each other accountable. Other race do it. Other race do it. Let me play this clip because I got a little bit more. I got a little bit more for y'all. So wait, let me tell you first. Okay, so this is it's a stand-up by Dave Chappelle. So let me give you the front end, and I'm gonna play the last part of it, you know, because it was a little. I was like, okay, let me cut that out. So Dave Chappelle was talking about he ran into this woman, right? And he said she was dressed like a whore. So he approached her and started conversing with her as such, a whore. So he's like, the woman got offended. She was like, excuse me, but I am not a whore. Okay. Him as a man, he said, wait, this is confusing. You're dressed like a whore. So I assume you're a whore, right? We just talked about that. What you look like is what you represent. So if you look like a little ghetto bum, what are people going to see? What people going to think? Girl, she ghetto. Stay away from her. Little Tommy, stay away from her. You even got Black people to be like, you see how she dressed? Don't dress like that in public. How I know? Because I say it to my kids. If we see a woman that has on her bonnet or any type of PJs, any type of home attire, I tell them, you see that? That's how you're not supposed to dress. Feel how you want to feel. Check this clip out. Hold on, y'all. Let me get it back.
Is fucking
Oh.
his hands.
All right. I'll keep it on there then. I'll keep myself on there so you guys can hear it. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's try it now.
But ladies, you must understand. That is fuck.
Okay. Hey, I hear now.
Now that would be like me, Dave Chappelle, the comedian, walking around the streets in a cop uniform. Somebody might run up on me. Ah! Thank God. Officer, help us. Come on, they're over here. Help us! Argument. Oh! Just because I'm dressed this way does not make me a police officer. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, all right, lady, fine. Fine. You are not a whore. But you are wearing a whore's uniform, I'll tell you that shit.
Okay, did y'all hear it that time? Okay, so remember I told you that he ran into a woman that...
Wait, before you scroll away, you need to hear this. Republicans across the country are moving fast to enact massive voter suppression laws and bring...
Okay, sorry, I had to stop that. Yeah, so he ran into a woman that was, hey, Albert, that was dressed like a whore. And so, you know, she got offended and was like, I'm not a whore. Hey, Gigi. And so he was like, okay, but that's confusing because you look like a whore. He said that's like him having on a police officer's uniform, and they're like, hey, come help us. He's like, wait, I'm not a police officer. Like, but you have on the uniform. So he was like, don't dress like a whore if you're not a whore. Right? It's confusing. I thought that was hilarious. You hear me? Hey, Mother Atkins. I thought it was hilarious because it's that same thing. If what you wear does matter. What you wear does matter. It reflects your business. It reflects everybody that's connected to you. It does matter. Yeah, Joe said, it's simple. It's simple. It matters. And then I even heard someone they didn't tell me, they told it at me, not to me. That makes sense. Well, I just don't have time to get dressed and blah, blah. I'm like, there are millions of people that wake up and have time to get dressed. Why is it such a struggle for you? Because you don't want to get dressed. You want to keep doing this. Are the chains really broken? Juneteenth is this weekend. Are the chains really broken? And even with the whole PPP loans, right? And why was it Black people, minorities, the only ones talking about it? Oh, who got a loan? Who got a loan? Who doing it? Who doing that? Y'all out here, y'all gonna go to prison because y'all ain't got no legit business. No other race does that. No other race concerns themselves with the money of other people like Black people do. Why is that? Now the whole food stamp thing. And everybody got all these food stamps. And then it's like all these people, well, blah, 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 food stamp, talking trash about the ones that got it. And the ones that got it, talking trash about the ones who don't have it. This is stupid. This is stupid. There is money to be made. What about our children? What happens? What happens when you die? What are you leaving them? Gossip and hair bonnets. London be waking up late and still get to church with some decent clothes on. Y'all, that's Maddie. So she said if London can do it, anybody can do it. Come on now. But we talk and we set the trend. We set the trend on social media. We set the trend. It's post, it's social media competition. It's post after post. Oh, well, I made this much money last month, and I made this much money last month. And Pastor Mama said something that was so funny to me. She said people who are constantly talking about that kind of stuff are the ones who are, you're not used to it. You're not used to having no money. So of course, making $3,000 in 1 month is a big deal because you're not used to having it. How about you stop telling people, and then when somebody kick down your door, you looking, y'all, pray for me. Don't ask no questions. Just keep me in prayer. What? No. This the best show on earth. All your posts is the best show on earth right now. It's the best show on earth. No, go. You didn't talk trash about all your clients. You didn't talk trash about all your family members. You didn't talk trash about your clients again. Gossiping her bonus. That's right. You didn't talk all this trash. Now don't be quiet now. There's somebody to kick down your door because you've been bragging too much. Shut your mouth. Talk is cheap. Shut up. We gotta stop being in competition with each other. I will never understand that. I will never understand that. We're supposed to be supporting one another, lifting up one another. Did you know? Check this out. I have a friend who is Asian. She told me that when you, I think it's when you turn a certain age, correct me if I'm wrong, Joe, when you turn a certain age, or you finish college, you graduate from college, or something to that effect, the families come together and give you $10,000 to start your business. Do what? 10, huh? Oh, $15,000. Oh, at the age of 15, Joe? Or is it $15,000? I know it was something to that effect. At a certain age, you automatically have $10,000 in your bank account, and you're not gonna mess it up. No, it's a cultural thing. You've been trained for this. You've been trained for this. You hear me? And she is off right now. I think okay, Joe said it's at 15 years old, you get $10,000. And you already got a bank account at that point. $10,000. They save it. Joe says they save it. So right now, she is in somewhere down south in PA school, physician assistant school. Right now. Sitting on thousands of dollars. Her parents bought her a condo down there. Bought her. This is what I'm saying. These are things that we can do. But oh no, we kick our kids out at 15, at 16, at 17, at 18. They got to go. They got a deadline. Mama got to have a life too. You got to get out of here. They save it. But we talking about bonnets. I know. And all that, all of these cultural dysfunctions tie in to our businesses, tie in to our generational wealth, tie in to us being better people, being a better community. Y'all remember Black Wall Street? Why we can't do that again? Why we can't do that again? Why can't each city have that again? Just like how they have 7th Street, why can't we have a street full of black businesses where they don't get robbed, where we actually support our own, where these are the go-to places that you have preferred vendors. If you try to go book Botanic Gardens, right? First of all, you can't do it in your bonnet. Second of all, they have a preferred list of people that they want you to hire if you're going to book their facility. And I bet you none of them got bonnets on. I bet you none of them showing up in house shoes. But they stick together. Why can't we have that as well? I know someone else of a different race who started grad school and their parents bought their home to save money while in school. See? We can do it. Trust me. We can do it. We can do it. Let me see. Dr. Toy Smith said they're doing something like that in Georgia. A black, see? We can do it. We should have that everywhere. It should be in every state. If we just come together and come together and not be offended by correction. Especially when it's good correction. Like, a lot of times we be knowing we wrong. You be knowing we wrong. The competitiveness, the hatred, the being so offended when someone corrects you, especially if it's right. I remember we used to sit around and listen to all the older people talk, get all that wisdom, get all that wisdom, get all that wisdom. Not doing that no more. Nobody wants no wisdom because everybody is independent and I don't need this. I don't need nobody telling me to do this. I'm worried about myself. Me. This kid had $14K in the bank and was like 23 at the time. No bonnet in sight. No bonnet in sight. So what you wear does matter. It does matter. Can we all just get along? What we wear does matter. It does matter. Police got a uniform. Firefighters got a uniform. Everybody got a uniform. So, all black people on here, what is our uniform? What is our uniform? What has come of this? What has come of us? I don't know about y'all, but I refuse to let hair bonnets be a part of our uniform. I refuse to. I refuse to. And I know you're thinking, well, if I see a girl with a bonnet on, I can't tell her, hey, you shouldn't wear that bonnet. You know what? But it starts at home. Your kids, your nieces, your nephews, the ones that you can talk to. The ones that you can talk to. Start there with them. Baby, listen, it's not a good idea for you to go outside with that hair bonnet on. Take some pride in your hair. Take some pride in yourself. What do you want to be when you grow up? You want to run a business? You want to be an entrepreneur? What's a good trade? What's something that you can do? Because you notice all of them, they all have something good that they do already. But it's our job to push them. Yep, Joe, what's our uniform? It's our job to push them into the way that they should go. To not only represent themselves well, but us as a culture. Right. You think redneck, you think overalls, country crazy, looking attire. Every group of people, even religions, have a specific uniform. So there's no confusion on who this group of people are. There's no confusion on who these people are. Even at church, the choir wears a specific thing. So when you look in the audience, okay, well, all these people have on the same thing. They're uniform. They're together. They represent what? What do you represent? So I post today, this Dallas and Waco giving free hair braiding classes to young girls. See, that's what we need. We need stuff like that. We need stuff like that. We need people to continue to do that. It's our job to reach the younger people. Now, I know it's some grown people. You can't tell them nothing. They don't listen to nothing. They don't listen to nobody. But the ones, the babies, let's get them. Let the fools be fools. But don't let it be so many fools that that's what everybody think, that we all some fools. Yep, the little things make a big difference. Make a big difference. A big difference. We got to do better. Talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. Saying one thing, everything that you do, I keep saying it and I'm going to keep saying it. everything that you do, everything that I do, everything that we do reflects, and it's a representation of who we are and who we're connected to. I know Dr. LaToya Smith mentioned that about what you do does affect me. We're in the same family. We're in the same group. So it does affect me. So if you out here making bad business deals and I referred you, or people know that we're connected, you get a bad review, I get a bad review. That reflects all of us. If your customer service is trash, and then we're like, well, they connected to you, your customer service must be trash too. When are we going to learn and understand that it's not about us as an individual, but us as a culture? We have to get that. We have to get that in our head. We have to. I'm tired. I'm going to go to bed. But yeah, I had to get on here. I had to address that because that was bothering me. And it's what I asked for. I wanted the feedback. And I got it. I got the feedback. So yeah, let's do better. This is the week. This week everybody is in good spirits. In good spirits with everything. Because it's Juneteenth. This is a prideful time. But if we're gonna keep going back to doing the same old crap over and over again, we'll never rise as a people. And Joe said, when I don't have time, I don't go. Right. Exactly. Just won't go. If you don't feel like getting dressed and all that, just don't go. Just don't do it. Don't go. You don't need to go to Family Dollar that bad to the point to where you can't put nothing on, put no decent clothes on. And we live in the age of sweatpants and t-shirts. I mean, they make them in different styles, different, the thin ones for the summer, the thick ones for the winter time. You can put that on with your business shirt, with your black business shirt, representing your business or other businesses, and go to the store like that. That's better than going with a hair bonnet on. I'm having to not only learn this, but apply it too. Yes, we have to. We have to look at ourselves and say, you know what? Let me start here with this change. And then it'll trickle down on your family, on your kids. It trickled down because, man, they watching us. Oh my gosh, they watching us. Mines are literally watching right now. And so it's like we just have to we just have to do better and just spread the word on how to do better. All the chit chatting and the talking and this competition spirit, and really deep down inside, you're angry with yourself. We'll go get, we tell you about the therapist, Dr. LaToya Smith, LCS Counseling and Consulting. We keep telling y'all about it, but you don't want to go do it because you don't really want no help. But you are representing the culture. We keep saying we don't have one. Let's create one. Why preach black excellence and give a mediocre pass? Exactly. That's dumb. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. It makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to me. Yep. Angry with yourself. And then it spews out on everybody else. Nip that in the bud first. Figure out why I'm so mad. Figure out, what's going on within me. So that way I'm not the virus that's spreading and destroying our nation. Our black nation. Our Hispanic nation. Don't be the virus that's destroying all of us. We got to do better, y'all. I ain't on no soapbox or nothing. Because I'm working at it too with myself. Can't do without God, though. I think that's the misconception too. If you can do it on your own, what you need God for? I don't know about you, but I need him. And I can't do none of this without him. None of it. So yeah, y'all. So those of you who are tuning in and listening, if I said something that offended you, and you still want to stand up for the Bonnet way, go ahead and hit me up and we can talk about it again. So things to come. I'm supposed to have a very special guest this Friday. Talk about, Juneteenth and Father's Day and broken homes and families and the Black home and how it affects your business and the getting down to the root of the problem. The Bonnie way. I don't be creating like little crazy stuff like that because that's what it is. It's the Bonnie way. Like they're gonna put that on a flag too. Whatever. But yeah, so we're gonna dive deep into that. And you guys check out, if you haven't ordered your horse lot sauces, order that. Tell me what you think. I'm super excited about that. We had a busy weekend, so we hadn't had a chance to try it yet, but we do have ours ordered. Those of you who won the prizes, I'll be getting your stuff to you Wednesday. Quenisha's not on here, but she was one of the winners. I'm just gonna buy her some lashes. So I did talk to Estina Jamison about who won and all that good stuff. So yeah, so we're gonna do some more giveaways. I'm gonna give away some things from Unique Blings and Things. I'm gonna give away some stuff from her this month. And we want to acknowledge all the fathers and everything. So make sure they tune in on Friday. All the fathers, especially the business owners, and that are fathers. So that's I'm super excited about that show. So you guys have a wonderful night, and I will see you guys on Friday. So thanks, Dr. Latoya, Prophetess Atkins, Mother Atkins was on here, Jay Henderson, Maddie in London. I know London's probably watching with you. Gigi, Jay Henderson, Joe, anybody else, Albert, anybody else that was tuning in. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you guys for being super supportive of the show. All about entrepreneurs, all about business owners. So I thank you guys so much for that. And I will see you guys next time.